Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World 3. Back again to do another route. This time, it's time. That's time used quite a lot there. This time, it's time. I've said it again. Yeah, this time, I can't stop saying it now. Now, we're going to be back on the Great Western Express, where it's diesel time. So HST time is there's lots of times going on. HST is going to be one of the things we'll be using on this one. If you're watching this on the YouTubes and you're new to my content, or even if you're not, then hello. This going out on the YouTubes on a Saturday. Other train-related content currently going out in the form of Train Sim Classic on a Wednesday, and some other things possibly on a Friday and a Monday as well. I'm scaling back. There'll be links in the description below to where you can get this route for Train Sim World 3. There'll also be a link down there to the Twitch page as well, where you can watch me live on the Twitchy, where I stream Train Sim World 3 every Saturday lunchtime. There'll also be a link down there to my Discord server. As always with these, I'm going to start with the training on the train. And it's going to be the Class 43 for this one. So we'll start with the HSTs. Because why not? So Class 43 introduction, which we have done before, but we are going to do again, just because the lady loves milk tray, apparently. Using a sound mod for this. First time I've used it, so I haven't actually heard the Class 43 with the sound mod. Hopefully it's good.
This is the Class 43 high-speed train in Great Western Railway livery. Great work on being accepted as a driver for GWR. Today you're going to learn how to take control of this iconic train, get it moving, and then bring it to a stop.
And hi to Shorty.
Start by climbing aboard the locomotive. Enter through the cab door in front of you.
Rather than breaking through a window, probably ideal. Okay, let's get on board.
Take a look around, and when you're ready, have a seat in the driver's chair.
I've taken a look around. That was a noise. Insert the master key and set it to unlocked. There's over there.
First, you need to get the engine up and running. Start by unlocking the reverser using the master key.
I'm just about to do that. There we go.
Set the reverser handle into the neutral position. That alarm is the AWS self-test system. You will need to acknowledge this before continuing.
I did
Press
that.
the AWS reset button.
I've done that. It stopped making the noise now. I've done it. Now I've got to press the engine start thing. Ooh.
Things start to get a little more complicated from here, but we'll take it step by step. Set the headlights to day headlamp and markers.
Hang on, I was looking at the train from the outside. Oh, that does look good. Sorry, what you want me to do? I was looking at the train. Day headlamps, markers, done that.
Put the train in forwards, so we're ready to get moving. Using the reverser again, set the handle into forward.
The forwards in the things. Forwards.
Nearly there. Now apply some power and get this train moving. Ease the throttle handle into notch 1.
Ease it, gently, gently. It's in throttle, it's in the 1. It's movement. Oh, hello. It's not moving very fast. I've gone into 2. Two's happened. It's quite loud. We'll turn it down. I actually quite like that livery. I've got to reach 10 miles an hour, so she'll start talking at me again.
I think this is fast enough for now. To maintain our current...
Okay, use the throttle and brake to manage your speed. I'm managing it. I'm managing it quite well, I think. Have we got a little thing? Have we got a little thing? A little book of calm. There is. That's noise. There is noise there. How far it's going to take me. There's a red light coming up. Oh, that noise. That actually instantly reminds me of the HST. That's so good. There's a red light. Is you gonna tell me about anything else now? Why are you just expecting me to just run the red light? Or am I supposed to stop at the red light? I don't know what's going on. You're the one. You're supposed to be instructing me, person. So we're gonna do the train training. We're gonna do a 4-line run. Stop up here. Okay. We're gonna do a 4-line run in the HST, of course. Paddington to the Reading. And then we'll come back again, probably in the HST, in the 16 HS. No, this is the HST, probably the 166, and then we'll see if we can chuck another train on the line as well. Because why not? Because diesel. It just does look really good. You've got to love Train Sim World 3. You can't not, can you? Hi, Sim Hub. Dirty Diesel, absolutely. We do like a touch of diesel. We're looking forward to going on this one. Right, we've got to stop up here, which we're rushing towards at 8 miles an hour. And then do the stopping thing, because that's what it's telling me to do up here at the place with the stopping. The training of the train in the train wasn't very long for this one, so this might actually be it. Might be, yeah, you're done now. Thanks very much.
You're ready to head out there on your own now. If you remember everything I've shown you here, you will do just fine.
That's it. Right, we'll tell you how to start the train. We'll tell you how to move it 300 or 400 yards at slow speed. Yeah, you're good to go. It's like, oh, okay. Right then. So the trains. Choose a route. It's going to be... Should it have been Great Western Express? Yeah, G in there. That's right. Because they've moved. They're doing them alphabetically things. We do the timetable because... Timetable. We can do the Diesel Legends timetable. What do we do the original one? Diesel Legends one? How do I get the blue HST in the introduction? Is it because I got the Diesel Legends? I can't use the HST. Okay, original release. GWR. Yeah, it's there, look. 43 or the 43 GWR. I've got choices. We'll go GWR this time. And we'll do the London Paddington to Worcester Foregate. It's only 31 minutes. Is that all it is from end to end? I'm guessing it must be. Dynamic weather, dates correct. From London Paddington to Reading. That's right. Okay. So yeah, so we'll do the 43 out. We'll then bring the 166 back. And then we'll see what we can do on the Diesel Legends thing in this. Okay, stop at Slough. Have I got to let? Have I not letting the peoples on? I'm guessing I'm not letting the peoples on. Have I got to do the lighty things? Headlights into the day headlamps and the markery. What's it? Have I done the thing with the thing? Master keys locked. Put that into the forwards. Why don't trains have a warning this train is reversing thing? Okay. Brakes into running. We'll do the zooming in. If I could meet, what's going on? Why are you not doing the zooming? What's happening? There we go. I do like the GWR livery. Okay, so Slough then, 18 of the things. Right then, out of Paddington we go. At a whopping 6 miles an hour. So good. So the only thing with this, that there would just be constant trains, wouldn't there? It wouldn't just be me on this line. There would be a lot of trains coming in and out of here. So some of these scenarios do need a bit of work, I think. And there is, of course, although it's a brilliant route, there is, of course, a disappointment in the fact that it only goes to Reading. But really? Surely you could have made it to, like, Didcot or something. You know, another half an hour further down the track. You know, would have been quite nice. But no, with Reading. Reading is as far as it goes. Right, wait for our speed limit increase end up to 50. Is it Reading or Reading? Or it's Reading. It's with, you know, R-E-D-D-I-N-G. As opposed to Reading. Okay, 50 mile an hour limit coming up. Give it some more of the proverbial beans. So yeah, we'll take the HST down, we'll bring the 166 back, and then we'll have a look and see what scenarios we get, or timetables we get, for the Diesel Legends, which is a DLC. There could be some loco haul passenger runs, because they'd be quite good. So we'll see if we can do one of those as well. Yeah, we've not seen a single train yet. Right, 100 limit approaching. Slightly speeding. Just back it off a little bit so we get through the 100, then we can give it the beans, all of them, every single bean. Right, any second now we should get the 100. There we go. Right, all of the beans. My work week, hectic is the one word to describe my week. It's been quite busy. Don't be stealing trains. Yeah, not in this. Right, flat out, all the way to Slough, 15 of the miles. Crispy. I think this thing actually accelerates slower than the 166. It's close. It's definitely close. How's the HST? Very HST-like. Right, we've got a mile to go for the 125. I don't think we're going to get to 125 miles an hour on this stretch. It's taking its time to, you know, build up the speed slowly. still haven't seen a single train coming the other way. Like, nope, there are no trains into London today. Some freight stuff over there in the sidings. They've only got a slight gradient uphill. I would have thought it'd have actually gone a bit quicker than this. Or was this thing that, I mean, yeah, was this thing that sort of long geared? Another train, finally. Yeah, it does seem to be very lacking in traffic. There's not a lot of it. Not a lot of the traffic about. Alright, finally about to hit 100. That definitely took a lot of miles. So what's that, 6 miles? Okay, some of it was at 40, 50. But we had, what, the 50 section, so 50 to 100 took about 3 miles. If not more than that. I've got a sound mod in. And I've got to say, although I haven't been in the standard HST for a while, I can't say I'm like going, oh wow, it sounds epic. It sounds good, but it always did sound good. Right, 11 miles to the Slough. Finally a half decent bit of speed. Rubbliness? Rubbliness? That's not a word. You can't make up words. Rubbliness. Rumbliness. That's better. It's like rubbliness? Rubbly. It's a bit more rubbery than it was before. Slightly more bendy than it was previously. I might actually have to back off the speed soon. We need the Valenta. Yeah. Well, a lot of them did have engine transplants, didn't they? A lot of them were the engines swapped out. Looking forward to actually seeing one up close and personal when we visit the Rowing Museum in a few weeks' time. Yeah, you know, this is a great route. As I said earlier, I like probably everyone else that got the route when it came out for Train Sim World 2, or Train Sim World, I think. I don't know which one it was now. Was extremely disappointed by the fact it's called Great Western Express and goes Paddington to Reading. It's like, really? No, Great Western, Paddington to Bristol. That's what we need. The corridor across here. Not Paddington to Reading. When are you going to finish it, Dovetail? When are you going to complete the rest of it? I want to be able to go from Paddington to Bristol or Paddington to Swansea. That's what I want. Or Paddington to Penzance. The Night Riviera. That's what I want to do. Or that goes cross country. It doesn't go down to Bristol. That cuts across. I want to go to Swansea. I've been to Swansea. I worked in Swansea for a couple of weeks. That was interesting. Right, back off the power. So 5 miles to Slough. Don't understand anyone. No. The company I worked for, we had to take customers' names and addresses. And there was more than one occasion where I just turned the screen round, turned the keyboard round and gave it to the customer and said, can you just type your address in there, please? Because they'd tell me the name of this village outside of Swansea, and it was like, yeah, there's no way on earth I'm going to understand what you're saying. Right, 3.7 miles to Slough. We're then going to work out how this thing stops. So yeah, we'll do this trip in the HST. We'll come back in the 166. Because I've got the Diesel Legends DLC installed, it may be that we'll then have possibly a loco hauled passenger service. That'd be quite cool. No, that's North Wales, isn't it? The Gogogok place. Ain't North Wales? Right, we should get ready to do the slowing down and stopping thing. Tonight, by the way, back in something we haven't been in for a while. Going to do some flights, carrying on our trip across the USA by prop, going from a place to another place in the 172. And going to be playing some music tonight as well. I haven't done that on a stream for a little while either. Yeah, it's North Wales then, so nowhere near Swansea. Right, doing the braking thing. Doing more of the braking thing. Doing more of the braking thing. We're not going to stop in Slough. Oh no, it might be alright. It's going to be close. Oh, it's fine. Oh, we'll just stop there then. Let's just stop there. Any of the doors actually open? Oh, further down there they did. There's the rear of the... Okay, the rear of the train... mind the... that's a... Mind the step. Watch out for the step if you... Coming out of there and you just end up in a heap down here. It'll be fine. Mind the big gap. I do like the HST though. Just looks so dang good. Oh, wait until 13:38:49. Wait a minute. That's what we're going to do in a minute. Quite a lot. A very runny egg. Very underdone toast. No, I can't think of much else. Use a oh yeah, because I keep a flamethrower in the kitchen for whenever I'm doing toast. Windscreen de-icer. Spare. The spare switch. Why would you have a switch called spare? Climate control. Look at this being posh for climate control. I think I can ring up and get a pizza on the phone. Right. Lock doors. No, I don't keep a lighter and a gas canister in the kitchen. What, do you then? Right, next stop, reading. Right, so just the 2 stops then. You've got a gas canister in your... I'm not even going to ask. Anyway, right, 17 miles to Reading. Uh-huh. I think they've got a limit as to how much dust they can remove. Right, flat out. Let's go, go, go. Well, yeah, because you're just blowing the dust, aren't you? So it's just air. So you blow the dust, and it doesn't just disappear. It lands somewhere else. You need a duster, some polish, and that thing called a Hoover vacuum cleaner. Sorry, Hoover's brand. Right, doing the accelerator is towards reading. So yeah, tonight back with some flight. Tomorrow lunchtime back on the farm, and then next week things. Maybe some construction sim on Tuesday, if it works. Wednesday train sim classic. Well, I think I'm going to be having a go at the Flying Scotsman. There's a pun in there somewhere. Thursday farming. Friday the Wreckfest thing, and next Saturday whatever the line comes after this one in the Train Sim World 3s. I'll be riding the Scotsman. Oh yeah. Sorry, yes, next Saturday. I just get into a routine. Next Saturday, lunchtime nothing, evening something. Maybe some Cards Against Humanity, or some just late night farming or something. I just get in the habit of, right, what's on a Saturday lunchtime? You need that door fitted in the next week. You do. You need to stress how important that is. Right, 14 miles to go in our flat out run. Hopefully, if we do the 166 on the return, it might actually stop a few more places rather than just Reading and Slough. I think it's a bit ambitious. Even by Christmas, it's probably a bit ambitious. actually looking forward to travelling this line by train in how many weeks it is? 6 weeks? 7 weeks, something like that. Our meet up in December at the York Railway Museum. For me, it'll be train to Paddington and then train from King's Cross to York. Actually looking forward to. Right, 11 miles to go. Then over Christmas, going to be doing a long Christmas train stream thing. Just still need to talk to my route coordinator about. London to Edinburgh in a pacer. That's on Train Sim Classic. That'll either be a week before Christmas or it'll be the week between Christmas and New Year. Don't know yet. My route coordinator. Exactly. I was, giving him a title and everything. I've literally just pulled out of the station and just set the throttle to max. Nice guy. And just sat here. A bit like flight. This is actually quite easy in trains like this that they're just going to take so long getting to the speed limit. But that's why I didn't want to, name him. It is very disappointing with this route that it is only reading that it goes to, because you just get into the flow of doing a trip, and you've got to stop. This is a fake train. Most of the other routes we get are like an hour long. I don't know what gave them the decision to stop this at Reading. I know Reading's a major station. But it is slightly annoying that it does only go as far as Reading. Maybe because I wanted to go to Swindon. I wouldn't be too bothered about it getting to Swindon, although that would have been about an hour. It would have been quite nice. But I do hope they do a second part. At least do Reading to Bristol. Right, 5 miles to go. Thought I was implying that Reading was annoying. No, I'm just disappointed it didn't go any further. I'm actually going to go to Reading between now and Christmas and ride on the Lizzie Perp cross thingy line once it opens fully. Right, 3.8 miles to go to arrive at Reading. So yeah, we'll do the 166 on the return leg, and then we'll see what there is for the Legends of Steam, Diesel Legends thing on this line. Does everyone carry books in Reading? Well, there is a university there. University. I was going to say uni, but then decided to carry on. made a mistake of going there once during the festival weekend. That was interesting. Right, 2 miles. Connor, right, let's bring the speed down a bit then. We've got a yellow approaching as well. Oh god, this could be interesting. Let's bring the speed down a lot then. I'm doing good. Right, all the way down to a 60. Yeah, I used to go to Macro in Reading quite a bit. There we go. We'll bring our speed down a bit more. And we got a red. It's fine, a slow macro, M-A-K-R-O. Was a cash and carry place. I think it's been rebranded as something else now. I think it's a Costco or something now. Right, in we come into Reading. So a very short trip in the HST. Yeah, I've been at Booker's loads of times. Yeah, I do like the 43. It's a shame there isn't any standard routes that you can drive longer on it. That was a sentence. There was a sentence in there somewhere. That was... They did have a good track. Booker T and the MGs. There were words are in there. I've been awake since 4:45 this morning. I need more coffee. Is it me or does the horn sound weird? Yeah, I've put a sound mod in and I'm not happy with it. You got up at 6, decided you couldn't bother getting up, went back to bed for another 3 hours. Jesus. Yeah, but there's no way. And again, this is, if people have tuned in to expect the conversation during a stream to be about the game that we're playing on the stream, I don't think that's ever happened. On the 6 years I've been doing this, and however many hundreds of, probably thousands of streams, it's never happened. And I'm not going to start now. I don't think I could cope for like talking about like a minute on the actual thing that we're doing on a game. Wait till tonight on Flight. Right. So that was a trip from Paddington to Reading in the 43. Now we're going to do the other way. We're going to do the 166. We'll go with the other First Great Western livery. And we now do Reading to Paddington. Feels like a bit longer than 29 months.
It's a lot longer
Indeed. You've been around for longer than that, but yeah, thank you, Liam. It does feel longer than that. Will you ever play OMSI again? No. Multiplayer Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed. Really? Sounds interesting. Or it's a 54-minute route from Reading to London Paddington. So that must stop at every single stop then. Well, we've got to do that then, haven't we? That's got to happen, really, hasn't it? Let's go and do that. You're not getting TripAdvisor alerts on the joys of Huddersfield. You can't blame me. Stop in Twyford in 4.9 miles. Okay. We're not picking people up here from... Where the hell are we? Is this Reading? I'm guessing this is Reading. Looks like Reading. Yeah, it's definitely Reading. Okay. Master key unlocked. Have we got a window? No, of course we haven't got a window. Single-handed thing into forwards. Okay, so where are we going? Twyford, Maidenhead, Taplow, Burnham, Slough, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Ealing Broadway, London Piddington. I'll have to have a look at that. I thought it could be quite fun. That's all good to go. Right then. Oh, smokiness. Right then, 4.8 miles. Slough. Exactly, Slough. What it's called. Yes, I don't mind the sound mod for the 166, but I've got to say I'm disappointed with the one for the HST. I do like the 166. It is very nice. Right, so a fast trip between Paddington and Reading, and now a slow trip back. And I'll say we'll have a look at the Diesel Legends then, see if there's any maybe loco haul services we can do coming back. How do you do routes on Train Sim World 3 if you got on Game Pass? You get a couple of routes with it on Game Pass. Obviously you don't get all of them, but you get a couple with the standard game. 2, isn't it? Was it 2? Can't remember now. That's close. 2, 3. Have you actually downloaded the routes though? American, German and British. Hey y'all. 1, 2, 3. Hello. That was my attempt at the 3. See, I'm multilingual, me. Southeast High Speed, good route. German one with the Ice Baby, and that American one. So Southeast High Speed is the best one out of those then. That's a really good route. I think London Commuter is my favourite one. Right, picking up a bit of speed, 2.6 miles to go to Twyford. Know where toilets come from? Or am I thinking of something else? It's not the only place toilets come from. I'm sure it's a toilet or ceramics manufacturer. If you install the game, it just gives you the training centre with the training centre class 66. Okay. The Twyford Shanks factory is in Stoke. Is it the birthplace for all the toilets in the world? Exactly. Oh, that's no bloody good then. Not Armitage. Armitage Shanks. We're now talking... Okay. So you complained earlier that no one was interested in trains when we were talking about cash and carries. Now we're talking about toilets. See, the conversations, they just spiral well out of control. We started off talking about cash and carries. Someone tunes in now. Why are they talking about toilets? Right, into Twyford if I can stop in time. There also seems to be a whistling noise inside the cab with this sound mod. I might just put the original sounds back in. When I tuned in, you're talking about dust and hoovers. See, you just never know. See, people, that's what I say. People either tune in and go, this is weird, I'll stick around. Or they'll tune in and go, this is weird, I'm off. See, the conversation either has you being part of this or makes you sod off. Why are they always occupied in Train Sim World? Because people don't want to pay for their fare. I don't think I want to go to the toilet, but it's not bad. I wouldn't want to go to the toilet on a train if I was travelling on my own, because you've got to have that bit, unless you're going to take all your stuff with you, provided you've got stuff. You've got to leave it at your seat and trust that no one nicks your things while you're gone. Okay, we are stopping at Twyford. Just about. There we go. Sod off Saturday. No, because it can work the other way. People can join the community because of the randomness. It's a plus and minus thing. If I came in and there's a stream talking about random stuff, I'd be like, okay, what's going on here? If it was just me going, oh, the 166 was first introduced in this year, they made so many, oh, we're coming into Twyford, this is the world's 8th longest platform, I'd be like, really? I wouldn't be hanging around for that. If I came in and, you know, the conversation was like the biggest chocolate bar in the world, I'd be like, okay, this is weird. You just never know what you're going to get. I don't know what's going to pop in my brain, do I? Exactly, this bloke's turned normal, I'm off. No one tunes in for facts. Very occasionally we are factual. We do apologise for that. It's turned normal. It's not going to happen. Oh, that happens quite a lot, I should imagine. Right, Maidenhead. It's a switch. I'm like an action man. I've got a sensibility switch on the back of my head. I think it's jammed because it hasn't been in the sensible mode for years. Although I was having a very grown-up conversation in the barbers this morning at 8 o'clock. That just felt really odd. I couldn't wait to get out. And an eagle eye, exactly. No one's played with my Switch for a while. Right, next stop, Maidenhead. So we get back to Paddington in this. So then we'll see what we've got for the Diesel Legends and see if we can get something come back out again. London to Edinburgh, so we've done Edinburgh to London. So this year's long train sim stream is going to be London to Edinburgh, not stopping at every stop. And of course we'll be in a pacer, because the last 3 I've done have been in a pacer. My annual sit here for 7 hours and talk crap. Can't do Glasgow to London in one go. It's not possible. I did own a Land Rover. I'm really action man. I walk around in camo clothing. God no, if I ever buy camo clothing, shoot me. Right, slowly approaching Maidenhead. Oh, forgetting about the signals thing. Favourite car that I'd own, one I wish I still had. I bought a brand new Fiesta Z-Tech S. But I put every option available on it. And if it wasn't for the fact that I got a company car and had to sell the Fiesta, I'd still have it now. Absolutely love that thing. Bought it brand new. I sold it back to the dealer. The guy who sold it to me, his girlfriend bought it, because when I optioned it, he loved the spec. Black tinted windows. I had white stripes down the side with Ford written on. I had climate control, auto lights, auto wipers. It was really nice. Oh, Swift Sport. They're supposed to be quite nice. Where is the maids in Maidenhead? Well, the maids have they're beheaded. Place is just full of heads on sticks. Soup making, made head soup. I can imagine it wouldn't. Well, cream of badger soup wouldn't taste great. I don't think. What is maximum speed of this thing? 90. Oh, we're only doing that. It's actually going quite well. I think this accelerates quicker than the HST. Bring the speed back down for the 75. And then we got 1.5 miles to go. Then we shall stop at Maidenhead. So it took us, what, 35 minutes? That's not bad, actually, was it? 35 minutes to get there in the HST, going, only stopping at Slough and Reading, and coming back, what, 55 minutes, stopping at several stops in a 166. So it's not too much longer. Yeah, my Fiesta was like that, and a close ratio box. It was so nice. Although it was a diesel, it actually went quite well as well. Unlike my gearbox in my car, it's very long-legged because it's designed for fuel economy. So it's very long-geared. Right, we are stopping at Maidenhead. And roughly on time, 30 seconds late. It's not bad. Can cope with that. That's not an annoying noise at all. Usually gets at least one carriage somewhere on the platform. Hey. No, we're all on the platform here. People are getting off. Not many people are getting on though. I think they realised it was me driving. Oh no, there we go. So I think they realised it was me driving. So 10:34 going to London Paddington. I imagine it would be quite a busy service as well. You don't really get announcements on the trains, you get announcements on the platforms. Right, locking doors. Alright, Taplow is next. Yeah, I expected it to be raining today. Actually quite pleasant. Which is good, because I walked over to the barber's and didn't want to wear a coat, because then you've got to go in and take your coat off. But so if it was raining, I'd have had to drive, which would have been a pain in the backside. But it's actually quite nice out there. Not that I should be going out there again but until Monday morning, but it's quite nice out there. I can go see the Paddington Bear statue at Paddington. I literally, when I go to Paddington in a few weeks, I'll be getting off the train, heading to the tube, getting on the next circle line that's going to King's Cross, getting off at King's Cross, and then I'll relax. Waiting for the train to York. I won't be doing any sightseeing at Paddington, and it'll be the reverse when I come back. Get off the train at King's Cross, tube to Paddington, then relax. Right, 1.2 miles to Taplow, as opposed to Tap High. So yeah, no Train Sim World 3 next Saturday, because we've got our meetup, the Motor Museum near Warwick, which also includes the Model Railway exhibition. So looking forward to that one. So won't be streaming at lunchtime, but we'll do something in the evening when I return. So more Train Sim World 3 in 2 weeks' time after this one. Alright, slowing down towards Taplow. George Tappy. He's that guy that sells carpets now. Definitely can't get the braking right in this. There we go. Sort of. Slightly overshot. A little bit. Not very busy here at Taplow. Not many people getting on or people getting off. Does sound good though. Although I don't know if it sounds better than the standard one. Right. Ready to lock the doors? Locking doors. Right, Burnham. And not the one on sea. What have we got? We've got Burnham, Slough, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Ealing Broadway, and Paddington. The Bear, not the station. One mile to go. We got some honey. Are you burning ham at Burnham? Yeah, honey. Marmalade. That wasn't honey. You're thinking of poo. Poo was honey. Paddington was marmalade sandwiches. Yeah. Although Harry got marmalade in the jungle. I need to watch the second Paddington film. I really enjoyed the first one. I do need to watch the second one. Wrong bear. Well, it was close. It was a bear. You know, it's a bear confusion. One walks around naked. One wears a hat and a duffel coat. Gentle Ben. Yeah, we can't talk about him. It's a family stream. Right, we are arriving at Burnham. Maybe if I just braked a bit too early. stop. Unlocking doors. That'll test your hearing range. He's like, nope, not getting on the train. I'm going to stand here with my arms folded. Oh, no, now we've got on the train. Why was he waiting so long? Oh, it's zooming in on a handle. Marmalade and ham. You could have marmalade and ham. Slow gin. My third favourite song of all time. It's called Slow Gin. Marmalade glazed ham. And easy to do for Christmas. Yeah, my Christmas dinner is going to be pizza. I've been doing none of this about my honey yet. Nope, still in the cupboard. Locking doors. Slough, 2.5 miles. You're not delivering that to me on Christmas Day. Bring me a pizza. Yeah, that got held by the mod there, Artful, because you put the word loins in it. And you base that sentence on thinking that I actually cook. No. Certainly because one of Crispy's, top 10 favourite words of all time is loins. Pork lions. Oh yeah, because a pork lion is better than a pork loin. Reheat only. Oh yeah, I don't do cooking. Well, my limit of cooking is either putting things in the oven, in the microwave, or in the air fryer. That's it. Do you like pucker pies? I do like pucker pies. Just a tad more growly. It's a pork lion. Be a bloody big plate. Alright, 1.6 miles to Slough. Where I have slowed down incredibly early. One day, Crispy, you will wake up and decide you actually don't like the colour green anymore. Right, we are approaching Slough. Love to see an American pronounce this. That's why he has a green tractor. And when we do trucking, a green truck. When we do like Wreckfest, green car. When we do Forza, green car. There's a theme there. Flight, green plane. We should be seeing tractors tomorrow lunchtime on the farm. And planes tonight. Some MSFS tonight. Flying from a place to another place. Continuing our flight across the USA by prop. Back in the 172. And it's raining in my heart. And we'll play music tonight as well. Alright, we are arriving at Slough. Just stop doing the camera collisions. Thank you. National Wombat Day. I have not thought about National Wombat Day until the random post you posted yesterday. There are no songs containing wombats. Wombles, yes, not wombats. It's a bit rainy. Shall I put whippers on? Whippers on min. That's definitely on min. They're making a noise as well because that's what they do. Really song by the Wombats do. Ah, there you go, see. West Drayton is next. I'm sure we'll go down the rabbit hole. Well, once we work out this music thing, because I still don't know if it works properly, in the fact that if people queue up a song, it doesn't automatically get played next. Because otherwise we could have gone down a bit of a rabbit hole of, you know, theming. So there will be more flight next month once the update releases for the MSFS. So if we don't end up doing construction sim regularly on a Tuesday because it's slightly broken in multiplayer, then maybe we'll put flight in. Yeah, that ain't going to work, Crispy, because it's not a real-time queue-up thing. Good idea. Oh, okay. We're getting facts about West Drayton now. West Drayton's also the home of the Tesla warehouse. Well, there you go. Someone I work with has just bought a Tesla. If I had to buy an electric car, it wouldn't be a Tesla. Right, 3.7 miles. Making our way slowly towards West Drayton and slowly towards Paddington. So then we'll see, I've got the Diesel Legends DLC, and there were routes available for the Diesel Legends. So you might be able to get a loco haul service out of here. Out of Paddington. We'll see if we can do that. Yeah, we've got to get electric vans, or van at least, at work in the next, well, we got 2 and a bit years, which is a Heathrow Airport requirement. Right, 2.4 miles. Oh yeah, electric isn't going to be the future of cars. It's going to be hydrogen. Which is also, I think, partly why the fuel's going back. You know, fuel's going back up again, which is stupid because oil prices haven't. Government obviously want to make more money because more people are charging their electric cars, so they're making less money on fuel. I'm fine. I only fill up like once every 3 months, so it doesn't bother me really. And I'm paying more for it, but it's not like I'm filling up every week. Right, 1.4 miles to our next stop as we make our way back into London Paddington. It'll be dark when I come through here in a few weeks' time. On my way up to York. 6:10 in the morning train out of Swindon arrives in Paddington just after 7, and 8 AM departure out of King's Cross to head to York. And the country would end up like France, whereas, you know, French locals don't really drive on the toll roads in France. They'll all use the back roads. So it will end up being the same thing. A roads will get gridlocked because people won't be driving on the motorways. Well, you know, the M6 toll gets used quite a bit because it's quicker than going on the M6, so that's got a benefit. For businesses, it actually is better because it saves you money. But, you know, your average person going to visit grandma is going to go, okay, we should leave an hour earlier because we have to go on the A roads now. I certainly would. I actually prefer driving on an A road than I do driving on a motorway. It's the next generation of drivers I feel sorry for. You know, insurance costs are astronomical, fuel prices are going to be ridiculous. You know, when you've got to buy an electric car in X number of years' time, they're going to be expensive. I'm like 20 years off retirement. So by the time I retire, it's going to be fine for me. And stop. Welcome to, where are we? West Drayton. West Drayton? West Drayton. We are heading towards Paddington, the bear. Not the station. We're going to see the bear. Tonight, back with some MSFS continuing carrying our flight across the USA by prop, going from East Coast to West Coast, where we are somewhere west of Chicago, that sort of way. So flight in a 172 tonight, and then tomorrow lunchtime back on the farm to do some of the farming on the farm, and then back next week with things. Locking doors. Right, Hayes and Harlington. Somewhere west of Chicago, it does. Driving lessons, blimey. They're flipping expensive now as well. Best thing I did, I took driving lessons when I was 17. Didn't really want to drive a car. Paid for by my parents. Wanted to be on a motorbike. Failed my test. Wasn't really interested in it. Did motorbikes, passed test on that, became a motorbike instructor, blah blah blah. Did my car test a few years later. Best thing I ever did was do a week's intensive course, Monday to Friday, all day, test on a Saturday morning. Problem with doing weekly lessons is you spend some of your time catching up or refreshing what you did last week. So it's like, oh yeah, last week we did this, so let's do some of that, and then move on to this, and then before you know it, your time's up, and you've got to wait a whole other week. So, best thing I ever did was do a week's intensive course. It is a slow wiper. Yeah, it's the best way to do it because everything's fresh in your mind. When I used to instruct on bikes, I used to do like CBT stuff. So we'd do like a Tuesday, Wednesday evening, and then a Saturday if I wasn't working, or a Sunday. But we had some people that would do like a Monday to Friday with one of the full-time instructors. So from CBT initially, and then up to test standard. And majority of people passed because everything's just fresh. That's all you're doing. That's all you're focusing on. Yeah, I'd love it if there was a proper, nowadays, now with all this like switchability and stuff, a proper driving simulator. There's City Car Driver, which is bloody awful, but yeah, this level of detail for a proper driving sim that works with like your G27 and stuff, I think would actually be really good. You wouldn't need a huge area. It's not like you need a big map, would you? But a UK one of those in right-hand drive vehicle, doing city roads, parking, a bit of like short bit of motorway, roundabouts, traffic lights. I think it would actually sell quite well. Right, in we come to Hayes and Harlington. I used to really enjoy instructing. It was really satisfying to go from someone that had not ridden on the road before, and then taking them all the way to test standard. It was actually really, really enjoyable. So the first time I had someone that I taught go to their test, I was more nervous than they were. And they passed, by the way. It's definitely a bit rainy. Yeah, but that's why your first lesson generally is clutch control. So you go to an industrial estate somewhere on a quiet road, and you just learn clutch control. So you're not actually, herring off around the streets. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then say the level of I should imagine like this sort of thing. Imagine if you were learning to drive a 166. Jumping in this first. Obviously a lot of train companies will have simulators, but it will actually be quite cool. And that's absolutely correct. You know, people think that as soon as they pass their test, they're the world's most expert driver. No, you're learning how to drive a lot more after you passed your test than you are before it. Which is why inevitably when you're young you will have an accident, you'll get done for speeding, something will happen because you're overconfident. It's only when you you have a near miss, or certainly the winter approaching, people that haven't, you know, if they pass their test in the summer, this is their first time driving in the winter. It's a bit of a different scenario. So that's why a lot of youngsters or new drivers will have some sort of incident, and it sort of teaches you to slow down, back off, read the road. You know, it's the same with an MOT, isn't it? You're only as good as you are on that hour's test. So that's all you've got to be. So you've got to be test standard for that hour. Your car only has to be roadworthy for that MOT. Doesn't mean it's fit for another year. It means it was fit at the time of the MOT. Yeah, those pass pluses are actually okay. Different now because they'll teach you to drive on like 70-mile-an-hour roads, etc. But before, when you couldn't drive on a motorway, so you know people go out and won't drive. My ex wouldn't drive on the Magic Roundabout in Swindon, scared of it, and if they drove on the motorway, they would stay in the left-hand lane. That's it. Wouldn't overtake, would just get on the motorway, sit in the left-hand lane behind lorries, doing like 55 miles an hour all the way to where they were going because they were scared of overtaking. I've had someone on motorbikes that we literally couldn't teach. They could not, and it's harder on motorbikes because you've got to do something with your left hand, right hand, left foot, right foot, all at the same time. So it's tougher riding a motorbike as far as clutch control and gears are concerned, and keep your balance. But I've had someone that we couldn't teach to change gear, and there are people like that with cars as well. They can't concentrate. They've got to concentrate on the road and steering. Changing gear is just completely alien. So those people then having to forget about changing gear means they can just concentrate on driving. So I get that some people can't drive a manual, but if given the choice, drive a manual, because then you can drive an auto. It doesn't work the other way around. Although, you know, my next car will be an auto because I do like autos. They are nice and lazy. Although I'm looking forward to next weekend because we've got our meet-up going up across the Cotswolds. One of my favourite roads. Quite nice for a bit of gear changing and a bit of overtaking if the road's right. Yeah, but don't forget, on a motorbike, you've got the right hand is your throttle and front brake. Left hand is your clutch. Left foot is changing gear. Right foot is back brake, and you've got to do them all at the same time. So it's a lot more complex, and you've got to keep your balance. Yeah, well, the majority of modern trucks and buses are autos now. When I was learning to drive in coaches and trucks, they were all manual. is actually quite nice to do. But again, modern gearboxes, it's going to be in the right gear. They're probably more fuel efficient now than manuals would be. It's definitely a bit rainy now. And a bit thundery. Yeah, buses are pretty much autos now, definitely. Trucks, new trucks, I doubt. Although, actually, the guy I watch on YouTube with his tow truck thing, his is a manual. Wow, it's definitely a bit thundery. Yeah, the DAF. Right, 1.3 miles from Ealing Broadway. And then make our way into Paddington. Well, no, not old. His one's like last year. Whether it was just spec'd as a manual because of the weight. Maybe it's got a crawler gear or something. In case he's got to pull something really heavy. Right, braking. Approaching Ealing Broadway. Change here for tube services. And some braking. Braking's happening. Oh, we're fine. Little bit. It's fine. No, that's good. We're okay. Unlocking doors. Doors are unlocking. That's definitely quite horny. So yeah, when we get to Paddington, we're going to look at the, I've got the Diesel Legends DLC installed, so we're going to see what timetable services there are for the Diesel Legends coming out of Paddington. So see if there's something we can do loco hauled from Paddington, because we do like an old loco hauled train. Wednesday, I'm going to be tackling the Flying Scotsman. So tune in for that, because me and Steam, oh yeah. Why are people on the platform just sitting in the rain? Because they're probably young and think it's not trendy to wear a coat or put your hood up. Although people wear a hoodie and a baseball cap, I still don't get that. And I still, people see people in their cars driving with their hood up. How can you see? And why? Is it raining? No. Why have you got your hood up? Right, Paddington next then, 5.3 miles. It's because it's sick, man. I don't get it. I was wearing a hoodie this morning, but I would not dream of putting my hood up. Yeah, if a member of my family came in with the hood up, I'd be going, take your hood down, you look like an idiot. Was it just because they're having a really bad hair day? They're all teens, aren't they? So they don't shower. That's probably why. So they just, their hair's all over the place, so they just keep the hood up. I'll be doing that this Christmas with these electric prices. It is what it is. Right. Back towards Paddington we go in the lightning. We got that at work. Part of the building at work is quite old. There's two new end bits and the middle bit's quite old. So walked through it yesterday afternoon because I didn't want to go outside to get to where I wanted to go to. So I can cut round the whole inside of the building. And there's buckets everywhere where the ceiling's leaking. And everyone's working in there. It's like, yeah, that's normal. Right, 2 miles, we got a 50, 3.7 miles to go to Paddington. So I do keep the weather on dynamic now when I'm doing these. So over the next few months when we're doing them, it is going to be a bit rainy and a bit cold. I imagine at some point we're going to see snow. But I do like this new dynamic weather. With the world's slowest wipers. I'm dreading that. So when we got this meet up in a few weeks, I got four booked trains that day, here to Paddington, King's Cross to York, York to King's Cross, Paddington back to here. It's knowing my luck, one of them's going to be cancelled. And it's going to be, okay, what now? Or knowing my luck, there'll be a train strike on that day. And I'll be like, oh joy, I'll just drive. Just get in the car and go. Right, slow down to the 50. And then make our way in. I should imagine it's possible doing real life weather. Thing is, MSFS isn't real live weather. I think X-Plane was. I don't think MSFS is. Right, 40 coming up. Slowing it down. No, I didn't think MSFS was live. Okay, I could be wrong. It's definitely a bit dreary weather-wise here, though. One mile to go. That's the only thing with this, though, isn't it? There's no other traffic. I know that it's really difficult to simulate putting other services on, but it would just be so awesome just to have lots of trains going in and going out, because this is a really busy line. I wouldn't be the only train between here and Paddington. I imagine it would be quite cool. I'm looking forward to the update next month for MSFS helicopters. We're going to give those a go. The DC-3, which is my favourite plane in the world. Really looking forward to flying that, and the Airbus as well. So, which is why we're going to try and do more flight on the channel from next month. Say if Construction Sim is broken on a Tuesday, we'll maybe do something on a Tuesday. Yeah, gliders as well. Broken in multiplayer. They put an update out and it's broken multiplayer, basically. You can't join during a pre-existing contract, and if you've got any equipment anywhere, it takes a long time for the people that have joined to sync. So that's definitely a thing. Right, we have arrived in Paddington. Yeah. Oh, it's working fine? Oh, no, we broke it. They know it's broken, but they haven't put a fix out. Welcome to Paddington. Why are you... Oh, I said, why are you also looking at a wall? You're not, are you? You're waiting for a train to come in from that... I ain't going to come from that way, is it? You're going to come from up here? Why have they got barriers along here? They're afraid people are just going to... Okay. We have arrived. Locking doors. I played one of those ones. It was just awful. There we go. Right. Hour and 3 minutes. Actually, that took longer than it should have done to come from the thing to the thing. Right then. So let's have a look and see what we can do now in the Diesel Legends thing. Great Western Express timetable. Oh, no. Yeah, Diesel Legends. We've got the 31, we've got the 45, we've got the 52. Let's do the 47. And we can do Drive Espresso between Reading. We've done the Reddington. Reddington. We can do that one. Bristol Temple. Let's do that one. 7 o'clock in the might be dark, wouldn't it? Let's go a bit further down. Reddington to Pad. Exactly. Words failed me. Let's do that one. So we'll start again at Paddington and go to Paddington? Yes, Paddington. I nearly questioned myself then. Uncouple one vehicle. What? I've just sat down, but okay. I do seem to be struggling with the words. I need more coffee. Oh, we got these are the carriagey ones, look. Anything from the trolley, dears? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, yes. I approve of that. Coming through. Can we get in the guard's van? Oh, yes, we can. Oh, it is cool. So we've got the brake van. Oh, that's really cool. I approve of that. I definitely approve of that. So we've got standard carriages. Then we got the so we've got standard carriages here. And then we go to the corridor ones up here. Yeah, so we've got corridors. And then up here, we've got another brake van. Oh, that's cool. Right. No, I don't want to give up control. I'm just wandering about. Okay. Unlock doors. Got a window? We'll open the window. Okay, master key on. Reverser into forward. We want to turn the desk lights on. Marker lights on. Oh, no, there we go. See, that's a proper diesel. Right, lock doors. Go via gantry, okay. Right, release the brakes. That's fine. Okay. Sexist. There's movement. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. You just know this thing's going to smell of oil. No one cares. This is there's a sliding scale of awesome / pollution. The more smoke, the more awesome. That's how it goes. So this in itself is enough reason to get the Diesel Legends DLC for Train Sim World 3. Exactly, there's a pollution offset thing going on. Oh, it does look good. All right, we go via. I'm guessing the only place we're stopping at is Reading. Yeah, let's just stop at Reading. That's it. Power. Right, stopping 33 miles. I say we got the overhead wires running through here, and I just think they're damn ugly. I think they've ruined the landscape. They just make it look, they might be better for the environment, but they look bloody awful. Oh yeah. Maximum speed 95. Blimey. I'm dressed very smartly, aren't I, for a train driver? Hey, that's a good deal, Crispy. That's a really good deal. I wonder if that... because there are different versions of the game, aren't there? Or is that only in Train Sim Classic? Because you can buy the German edition, the American edition. I wonder if you bought them cheap, you'd get the associated routes with them. I thought there were different versions of... I know they're rather classic. I thought if the other versions were on CD keys, that's a good way of getting the other routes. Right, so 31 miles to go to Reading. So keep our eye on the signals. I don't think we're going to win any speed competitions in this one. Don't forget tonight we're back at 6:30 with some flight. We're going to play some music as well. So flight and tunes this evening. Yeah, but what I meant was, Crispy, what if you bought all three versions then? So if you bought the UK version, you'd get the UK route. If you then bought the American version, you'd get the American route. It wouldn't remove the UK route and just give you the American one, would it? Because it's already installed, you've already got it. Okay. I'm looking forward, well, I'm not looking forward to, because it's going to be, it's going to be difficult, doing the Flying Scotsman on Wednesday night. There is an S in there somewhere. Underneath, there are some letters in there somewhere. Their location is not important. Right, so we're 28 miles from Reading. It's all the correct letters, just not necessarily in the right order. Andre Preview. It's still a hell of a thing for the money. Obviously it's on Game Pass, which if you're not sure about getting it and you haven't got Game Pass, if you're on PC or on Xbox, £1 for the first month. So get it, install it, try it. If it's your thing, buy it or continue paying Game Pass. If it's not your thing, stop paying and it'll uninstall. It's a no-brainer, really. Four games, £18. That's a bargain. That really is a bargain. Obviously, once you start adding in the DLCs for all the other routes, it does become expensive. Yeah, over Christmas, one of the things I do want to do is we're going to try some games that are on Game Pass, just to find some multiplayer stuff. Part of me wants to do something shooty. We've been talking for a while about doing some Minecraft as well, so we'll do that over Christmas. There's going to be at least 2 streams a day over the Christmas period. Farming is going to be every other day. There'll be a couple of long streams chucked in there. But yeah, lots of stuff I want to do. I do want to do some more bus mechanic. I want to do some more cooking sim. There's going to be some more firm bus. There's going to be some more tourist bus. There's loads of stuff. Even though I've got 2 weeks off for Christmas, that time is just going to go so fast. Yeah, I don't know about firm bus on console. Tourist bus was quite bad. I've got a few games that I've been given to review. I tried firing one up this morning. City Builder 4, whatever it was. It was a complete and utter load of rubbish. I don't know how it got to the 4th version of the game. I started recording a video on it, gave up. I also started recording another one of my train training videos to go out, and then decided that no one watches them on YouTube, so I'm scrapping that. So YouTube content is going to change from the new year, maybe before the new year. 3 videos a week on YouTube, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Train Sim World 3 is going to move to a Friday, Train Sim Classic on a Wednesday, something on a Monday. No, someone said it was a little touchpad thing on the PlayStation 5 that was a screenshot thing. It wasn't. It was saying it was a share button. It worked okay on the Xbox, just didn't work on the PlayStation. Right, 22 miles from Reading. .94 miles an hour. So 95 is our maximum speed. We'll see about that. And we shall end when we get to Reading. So no Train Sim next Saturday, because we've got our meet-up at the Motor Museum and Model Railway exhibition. Looking forward to that. So Train Sim World 3 back 2 weeks' time. But streams coming up after this. Back tonight with some flight in the MSFS. Tomorrow lunchtime back on the farm. Tuesday night, maybe some construction sim. Wednesday, Train Sim Classic on the Flying Scotsman. Thursday will be farming. Friday night is Direct Fest. Saturday night, potentially, is going to be some tabletop sim. So I'll see how many of us there is around for that. And then next Sunday, more farming. It's definitely just a flat out run, isn't it? I've just got the throttle all the way open. This is probably a similar speed than the HST was getting. I still think the HST is more cool though. .205's cooler. If it's not in Train Sim World 3. I was toying very briefly with changing the train for my long trip, because for the last 3 years it's been the Pacer. I was thinking, I nearly did last year, I nearly changed it to the 205, but couldn't get the version of 205 I wanted. So I ended up doing it the Pacer. Yeah, because you've got to hear the engine. That's what the 205's all about. Because 7 hours in a thumper, I think I'd just be a quivering mess at the end of that. I could just reverse all the way. This is literally just flat out 97 mile an hour straight track. That's all you're going to get. I'm not sure. I can't remember what I've got for AP. I'm expecting that speed limit to drop at some point. Yeah, pace is up there. The pace is not something that I want to use all the time. I really like the 166. It's the dieselness and visibility that does it for me. So I am a fan of the 166. But HST is definitely at the top of the tree. I like some of this old, you know, blue diesel era stuff. But yeah, I don't know. See, I wouldn't have a clue what trains I used to travel on. So I know up and down to London when I used to do it was HSTs, but the stuff I used to get from here to Gloucester and the stuff I used to get overland in London, I got no idea what they were. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Crispy. The motor whir can be quite nice on the electric stuff. And it is about the noise. So I've never been on the new electric trains that are out there. So say the stuff I'm going to be going on from here to Reading and then London to York will be my first experience. Right, 12 miles to go. Still just flat out. Yeah, I'll post some pics. Obviously on the day. It'll be slightly dark for my first train, like 10 past 6 in the morning. Clocks change next weekend. Next Saturday night. Go back an hour. So you get an extra hour in bed. Or I'll be up at like 4 AM instead of 5 AM. Oh yeah, it's for clubbing you get an extra hour, didn't you? Yeah, I always wake up in the morning and go, right, is that the correct time or is that not the correct time? Has the clock adjusted itself or has it not adjusted itself? The only way you can tell is look at your phone. So you have to look at your phone and go, that's the correct time. If I look at the alarm clock, then it's like, have you changed or have you not changed? What's going on? Okay, I think he's talking to you, Crispy. Right, 7 miles to go. I only changed the... I got one in the living room. I got 2 in the living room, 1 in the kitchen. Everything else auto changes. Right, 6 miles to Reading. Only a year and 4 months. And all those things that Crispy can then do legally that he does now illegally. Yeah, I've got a couple of old school clock in the kitchen, clock in the living room, or 2 clocks in the living room. Just changed them. It's like, and the one in the car, obviously, that inevitably you get in the car and like go, oh damn it. It only confuses me when I get in it to go to work. Right, it's now gone slightly quieter. Right, 3 miles from Reading. It's too quite. Is it quite? Quite what? Or quiet? Could nobody do the words thing today? Is everyone struggling with the ability to words? You blame the keyboard. I bet the letters P, O, R, N, H, U and B work fine. Right, yellow coming up. You did manage to spell necessarily without spell check. Oh God, imagine Trent trying to try that one. You have to delete your browser history now. Yeah. Nico is on Short Hub. Right, double yellow. Yeah, specific is Trent. Trent can't even pronounce the word specific. That is a pathetic horn. Why would anyone want to spell the word broccoli? But just... I've got to say, the last time I had broccoli, 10 years ago, it was forced upon me on a Christmas dinner. That was my last ever broccoli experience. Right, single yellow. Okay, we got a red. Specific or Pacific, exactly. Right, we are arriving at Reading. A lot of platforms at Reading. Lots of people rushing about. We'll stop here then. Really? You're not gonna... Okay. You're not gonna let me stop that. Okay. Fine. I'll stop up here then. Really? Really? Three, okay, no. Oh, now you're gonna let me stop. It has to be more specific, indeed. 3 yards is very important. Hang on, I'm just going to do a thing. There you go. Thing has been done. Oh, we've got to go back in and lock the doors now. It's going to get me. It is, isn't it? Yeah, I've got to go back in. I can't get up the step. Hang on. I'll sit down to lock the doors. I stood up. Someone else got in my seat. That was quick, wasn't it? There we go then. Is the menu music going to come back? It's very quiet menu music to start with. There we go. It's like, is it there? Is it going to come back on? There we go. Next time, when we come back in a couple of weeks' time, it's going to be... We've done... No, Harlem. We've done East Coast Way. This is G, so it puts them out of bloody order. Harlem is going to be next then in a couple of weeks' time. So we're working through these alphabetically. So H is after G. That's going to be the thing. And then on to the Hamburg and then the others in a thing. Twitch has unsubscribed you. Won't let you resubscribe. That's really odd. That's really odd. They'd only unsubscribe you if there's a payment issue, probably. So check your payment type thing in case you got set to an old card or something. Yeah, cheers, Artful. So there we go. We will end there for this one. Back though, have no fear. Well, have some fear, obviously, because otherwise you'd be walking off tall buildings and things. Where did that come from? Back in about 4 and a bit hours for some MSFS. Doing a flight from a place to another place in a 172. But playing some music as well tonight. I haven't done that in a few weeks. And then back tomorrow afternoon with some of the farming thing. So thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company for the last couple of hours, well, 2.5 hours nearly, and to this person, well, to Liam basically, and the moderatory people that have done absolutely sod all as normal because they're all useless. Thanks to Crispy, Larwood, Nightbot, and Shorty for doing nothing, and thanks to Liam for resubscribing. Thank you very much indeed. Which button is it? That one. There we go. I will be back with idiots. Basically, there's no hiding the fact. I will be back with idiots later on to do some flights. I'm going to regret that, I'm sure, but you know it's going to happen. So feel sorry for me. Until then, if you have been, thanks very, very much for watching.